How you doing today?
Good.
So what do we got here?
It's a French double-barrel musket coaching gun.
Damn, this thing's dangerous. That's just nasty.
Cool. Coming into the pawn shop today to sell my French double-barrel musket coaching gun. My wife hates guns. She's been begging me to get rid of it. We just had a baby boy, so we came up with a deal. I get rid of it, and anything that I can get from it, I can buy a new guitar.
So how'd you get this gun?
It belonged to my uncle back in Iowa. He collected weapons and antiques, and about 7 years ago, gave it to me.
Okay. I mean, it's an incredible gun. It really is. This is really, really high-end stuff. It was probably a coach gun for someone, you know, a Duke or an Earl or something like that.
In the 18th century, noblemen traveled by coach across the country, and this is what's been carried, a double-barreled flintlock shotgun.
It's way more ornate than anything you'd usually see. This is something really above and beyond your normal flintlock rifle.
I get a lot of antique firearms in the pawn shop, but I have never had anything like this. It's double-barreled, it's got the spring-loaded bayonet, it's beautifully engraved. It is just absolutely incredible.
Some sort of markings along here at Cordoue.
I mean, I don't know if that's a town, I don't know if that's a gun maker, I don't know if that's the guy who owned it. But it seems to be important since it's actually written in gold. It's something that really needs to be checked out.
I've never seen a gun like this before, and to see it with gold inlay raises even more questions. So I'm going to call my buddy Sean down here right now so we can get to the bottom of this.
Let me have someone check it out, and he can tell us how uncommon it is, and we get a general idea of what it's worth, and maybe we'll find something out.
That'd be great.
Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
Oh, man. This is great. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and I'm going to try and explain what I'm seeing.
My name is Sean, and I'm an expert in antique arms and armor. Right off the bat, examining this gun, I mean, it screamed authenticity. And plus, being so unique, having a side-by-side flintlock is just so cool to begin with. But then to have the addition of a spring bayonet, that just puts it over the top. Just from the overall form, I would say that this was made around 1750. There are 3 proof marks, one of which is a crown over GP for gunmaker's proof. The other one is a crown over V for viewed, and the other one is a crown over F, which means a foreigner's mark. And what's really, really intriguing is that these are English proofs on a French gun. And then you go, well, why is that so? There's some history here. This gun was originally manufactured in France, but modified in England by having the barrels cut back, and a spring bayonet was attached to the top, and this added an extra, not only intimidation factor, but a lethal weapon. In that point in history, it was very, very lucrative for a guy who didn't want a real job to be a highwayman, to be a guy that would rob coaches. So in order to defend their wealthy passengers, they would want to outfit the coaches with a really good defense gun. And this definitely would have been it. So if you can imagine a group of guys trying to hold up a coach, you'd fire both barrels, and let's say another guy was coming at you, you'd hit this release, and that bayonet would shoot out, and at least you'd have another form of defense.
This thing is just nasty wicked. If someone was pointing that thing at me, they wouldn't have to shoot it. I would turn around and run in a minute.
This is really interesting in here too, and you'll notice that this is in gold overlay. It says Canon Tourdeau, and that meant twisted barrel.
Okay.
Back in the day, a high quality barrel was a twisted heated steel over a mandrel. They would mark it with Canon Tourdeau so that people would know that this was of a high quality steel.
Okay.
Do you know what something like this then is worth?
You know, a good guesstimate in an auction, because this is so unusual, 10,000.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Sean.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate it.
I wanted this thing before Sean came in, and after hearing what Sean said, I wanted even more. Because as a guy who loves guns, this is the jackpot.
How much you want for the thing?
Realistically.
Can you do 6?
I mean, these are auction prices he's talking about, and
Well, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking $2,500, cash money.
5.
I want the gun. You want to buy a guitar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to buy your gun. So I can give you $4,000 in guitar.
Well, that's an option, but I don't want a bunch of $50 Fender Squier Strats. You got something good?
I have the guitar. How about like a 78 Les Paul, all original? Give me 2 minutes.
Let's see it.
I'm all about creative solutions. This guitar is beautiful. So beautiful, I don't even want it on the showroom floor because 50 people a day are going to want to hold it and play with it.
I think someone bought it in 78 and put it in this case and never picked it up again.
Neck straight. It's probably the original T-top pickups.
Everything's absolutely original. There's no belt buckle scars on it.
No, there's no rash, no dings.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that guitar. Someone bought it, put it in a case, threw it in a closet for 30 years.
Damn, this is beautiful. It's guitar for the gun.
Guitar for the gun.
I think we got a deal.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Beautiful.
All right, you grab your guitar, I'll grab the gun, we'll go do some paperwork.
Right on. I never would have guessed in a million years that I could take this gun in and I'd be walking out with a $4,000 guitar. I was hoping to get a couple $100 for this thing. So he made my day. It's made my year. This is awesome. I'm really happy.
So the first thing you want to do is to make sure that the barrels are clear so our guinea pig chum doesn't get hurt.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate your concern.
Now we're going to put both locks into half stage, okay? We're going to put, say, 40 grains in each barrel. Okay, chum, you ready?
No, not really.
Come on, you can do this. I have faith in you. I guarantee that when Chum fires this double-barrel coach gun, he's going to get a real sense of what it was like to be a guard on one of the coaches back in the 18th century. Okay, Chum, so this is what I want you to envision. You are the coach guard, and you're protecting the coach. There are 3 guys that are rushing you.
They're Russians?
No, they're not Russian. They're rushing us.
Okay.
This side, okay, is controlled by this trigger.
Okay.
This trigger controls this side. You're going to shoot 2 of them, and then you're going to use the bayonet, and then you're going to rush and stab the 3rd guy. All right, we ready to do this?
Don't let us down, Chum. Our lives depend on this moment.
Okay, you're good to go.
Don't you mess with my big boss!
Totally, Chum. Totally safe.
I think we're gonna make you dormant at the pawn shop.
Them cars work, though.